So thank you for watching the last video where we talked about finishing, doing our final finishing and touching. Good. So now we'll be looking at how to export our video. Now to export your video, I guess you already, if you follow this course from the beginning, you already know where your export button is, which is this one at the right top of our screen. So now you tap on it. Now tapping on it, you find out that here you have resolution, you have QHD 1440p, you have FHD 1080, they call it 1080p. The next one you have HD 720p, the next one you have SD 540p, then the next one you have 480p. Now watch this place. Now you see here is your bitrate. You see you can move it from low to high. Now as you are increasing the bitrate, you can see that your size is also going up. As you are reducing it, you see your size is going down. So now if this one, now you see you have QHD 1440p. Now I will advise you, if you are working on a normal video, it's better you export it as 30 frame. Now you are only going to export at the frame of a 60 frame rate if the video you are working on is like a slow motion throughout. Maybe you are telling a story, a sad story, or an inspiring story that your video needs to be playing slow throughout. That's when the frame rate of 60 will be very good. But then for any other video you want to make, is either you go for 24, which is known as this cinema, or you go for 30. Although me, I prefer 30, that's 30 frame rate, and I prefer exporting at 720p. Now I will advise you, although you can see that the higher your resolution, the higher your size, so I advise you to go for 720p, because 720p is normal moderate, in that the video, by the time you export, you find out that your video maintains its quality, is also very good. Although if you have enough space and time, you can also export at 1080 or 1440p, depending on how quality you want your video to be. But me, I always export at 720. You can also export at 540p if you don't need much of a quality video, or 480p also. At least to some extent they still have a little bit of quality, but not to be compared with that of 720. So I always export at 720p local. So you can see it's showing me that about 43 MB. So exporting this file now at HD 720, frame rate of 30, is 43 megabyte. So I always export at a low bitrate, and low bitrate there is 1.42 megabits per second. For each of the resolution, the low or the lowest amount of bitrate changes. You can see for 1440p is 5.67, for 1080p is 3.19, for 720p is 1.42. so like that. So I'll export at 720p. I think I'm okay with this my settings. Then I'll go ahead and export. So now, depending on how large your file is, or the frame rate you are exporting at, or the resolution instead. Now a higher resolution, which leads to a higher size, will lead to a longer export time, exactly. But a lesser resolution with a lower file size will lead to a lesser duration of export. So let's watch. Okay, so you can see that we are done exporting, and you can see here it's showing us untitled, because remember, I did not title the project. That's why it's showing untitled here. So now you can go ahead and tap your play if you really want to play it and see. So you can choose any player. Let me make use of this.
Very quickly, I want to share with us on the need to watch your words. The Bible speaking in Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 18 that there is that you don't know, and it helps them. Very careful. Watch your words.
So you can see that to some extent it still maintains its quality. That's good. So to find this file, just go to your file manager. Your normal file manager. Go to your file manager. You see a folder named Kinemaster. Go to your folder Kinemaster, and you either see exports or video, any of them. So just enter them, you find your video there. So thank you very much for this class. The next class will be a bonus class, and I'll be teaching us how to do a lossless compression. When I say lossless compression, I mean how you can compress a video in such a way you will lose either just a little or no quality at all. So thank you so much, and God bless you.